Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Welcome everybody. Here we are, again, getting the shelter of Krishna's name. What else do we need? Hare Krishna. Cuts you free from the hard work of the rules of religion. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Let's chant some japa. My voice, I think 2 times singing is a little bit hard on my voice, it seems like, unfortunately. But 2 times singing and once yelling, that's about all I can do probably. So we'll chant a little japa here. Okay, let's see. Get some music here. Turn your microphones on. Pull your beat buds out.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hari Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. 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 Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama. Rama.
Rama, Rama, Hare.
Oh Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ah, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna. Ah, Krishna. Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Radha Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama
Radha
Rama, Hare
Govinda.
Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna, 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 oh my Lord Krishna, Radha, 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 Radha,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Radha, Radha,
Krishna Krishna,
Radha,
Hare
Radha,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Radha, Radha,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Radha.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Oh!
Krishna Krishna,
Yeah! Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Oh my God. Krishna. Radha. Radha. Radha.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Radha.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Radha. Radha. Radha.
Hare Rama,
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram.
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhatta
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna. Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra. Jaya Gaura Bhakta
Let's see if we can make any headway in this book. Music. Let's see. The story of Sridhar. Sri Gaurasundar is the controller of the universe. However, not for his own sake, but for the benefit of everyone, he accepted the garb of a sannyasi. All glories to the son of Jagannath Mishra and Mother Sachi. Okay? So, Lord Chaitanya came to so that he can impregnate us, so that we could give birth to such a son. How would you like that? Isn't that a nice thing? Isn't that amazing? You can be as famous as Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. How famous are they actually? How famous are Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi in this world? Does anybody think does the world, or the politicians of the world, or the religions of the world acknowledge the greatness of Sachi, the son of Mother Sachi, the son and also the mother of Sachi? Usually not extensively, except in the circles of where such a truth is preached. See, this is the secret. See, the secret of all secrets is to preach about who and what is actually glorious in this life. See, that's the secret of all secrets. See, because that word gives birth to such a spiritual son, transcendental son. See, that son is very deep, that word. This word was not created just haphazardly, because there's so many meanings. Just like in the word fuck, the word son has so many meanings. Now, we explained some of those meanings of the first one, the first word, the F word, right? Yeah, and so any the son. See, the son is what is the born again experience that Jesus was talking about. You must be born again to enter the kingdom of God. But actually, the clear, conclusive truth is that son, the son of man, see, the son of man and woman, the same idea, say, son of man has to be your son. See, the Christ has to be born in you. Okay? And then you can enter the kingdom of God. See, when the son is born in you, so that son is the truth about Krishna, that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, or the Christ. There are different names for this, but in this line we teach, we're in a disciplic line, and we teach the glories of the manifestation of Krishna, and especially Lord Chaitanya. See, the son of Jagannath Mishra was Lord Chaitanya. Vishvambara was another name. See, the glories of this incarnation, because he taught all about these things. He made clear what Jesus brought to this world, the Holy Spirit. Made it more clear what that was all about. See, and that was the true meaning of being born again, which the Christians don't know, because they need connection with this kind of teaching, this kind of what they call shiksha in this line. You have to hear that, it's not that you are born again, but it's true that actually comes along with it. But the essential message is God is born in you. And when God is born in you, love is also born in you. See, just very much like, you give, I never gave birth. I was never really a father on the material world, so I don't know, but I've watched movies and I've seen people, especially in the movies, they have birth and the cigar comes out for the man and he's very proud and they see his son, and much love and bond. The bond of love is born, right? The mother automatically loves the son. Often people want to give up the babies for adoption, and after it's born, they just fall in love with the child, right? The mother, and they want to keep it. Yeah. So if that happens on the material world, material level, how much more so when the child Krishna is born in us, the Christ, the real God, the true God. See? And when that true Lord is born in you, then that love is born simultaneously. Okay? And otherwise there's no truth, no understanding of what life is about and that there is a God. You can believe that there's a God. A lot of people do. You know, you can go to ISKCON, you can go to all of these religious orders and everything. They have faith that there is a God. They don't know that God. Also in the Bible, a lot of people believe in God and all and everything, but they don't really know that God. That's why the definition in the Bible for God is the great mystery. It's a great mystery for people. Yeah. So the mystery is revealed when that truth is born in you. See, that truth is born in you by the Lord who impregnates you through his instrument, which would be called in the Vaishnava line a bona fide spiritual master. And that's the idea behind in Christianity is you have a priest. They preach the word of God, right? That word of God, and you can have the Holy Spirit awaken in you. You're born. That basically that word is the truth. Truth will set you free because the God is born in you. See? And then your love is born also for that Lord. So Lord Chaitanya appeared 550 years ago to clarify this whole situation, which is still not clarified. You know why? Because for the Vaishnavas and most of humanity, that Lord is still not born in them. Therefore, that love for that Lord is not born in them. See? So when Jesus said, I'm the way, the life, and the truth, no one comes to the Father but by me. See, when you see me, you see the Father. See all these things? Because that potency of God, the spiritual potency, comes through those persons. See? And they're the door. See, their word is the door for the awakening of that spirit of devotion in you. Because it's been awakened in them, it's come to a mature place, and they're like our big brothers. So that's really the essence. That's why Jesus came, was to begin teaching about this, how to be born again, or how to have the birth of God in you, and so that your love is also born from that birth of God. So it's born by the word. That's why those who have realized this truth and they relish these words and these truths and these conceptions of the absolute truth with great relish and love and bliss and ecstasy. Or even the name. You see, we chant the name. Why? Because not only was Krishna born in us, many of us, a long time ago, but he's like he appears every day from this chanting, and he's born again and again and again. Why just be born again once? How about, wouldn't it be nice to be born again every day? That's the way it's supposed to be. You know, like in religion, in the Hindu religion, called Vaishnavism, they have an appearance day of Krishna, appearance day of Radha, appearance day of Lord Chaitanya, once a year. And people wait for that. And then they have a big festival. But it's all external. You know, it's all ceremonial. It's all external. They go for communion in the churches, right? They go and get a wafer in there and they drink symbolically. This is a shadow of the truth, all of this. Symbolically, they get the wafer in your tongue and the little grape juice to chase it down because it's dry, you know? And that's your experience of communion. And you think, wow, I've got communion. Wow, that was really ecstatic. Oh yeah, what kind of ecstasy? Well, it's just ecstatic, Prabhu. We're parrots, we use that word. We don't know what it means. See, once a year. But when that Lord is born in you in the right association, with the real spiritual family, like in Vrindavan, represents a spiritual family. This should be, you need to understand Vrindavan, which you see in the background here. You need to understand that picture of Vrindavan in the reality of today. See? Where is a spiritual family of devotees in the mood of the devotees of Vrindavan, who, even if Krishna disappeared, like he went to Mathura and Dwarka to live for the rest of his life, still, their picture of Krishna, their word about Krishna invoke their love for Krishna, even on a deeper level too, actually, even more than it was here. It's called worship in separation. See? You need to find that kind of family here in this world, for real, not the fake representation. Yeah, not the hypocrites. Hypocrite is you have some other motive. You come and you become a guru, and you're not spiritually transformed. You're not a resident of that Vrindavan now, here, in this. You're not worshiping God in the ecstasy of Vrindavan. That's why people don't even know it. They've never seen it. Their gurus, Narayan Raj didn't show it. Radhakund Babaji's don't show it. And ISKCON don't show it. Oh, of course they have it. No, they don't. This is the highest manifestation of the absolute truth. Only a very, very rare person has that. And there are symptoms of a person who has that rare devotional ecstasy. One is they're the book personified. Yeah, the one who wrote this book, because the one who writes all holy books is God, through the medium of his devotees. He says, oh, this devotee is my pen, man. He's my instrument. I've chosen you to distribute the real as it is message of truth, so that I can be born in other people, because I will not wake up unless that person is purified. Krishna showed this, and Lord Chaitanya showed this in a pastime of Chaitanya Mangal. Sachi didn't give birth in 9 months. It was more. I forgot how many months, but it was more than 9 months. And she was worried. Jagannath Mishra was worried. Why isn't this kid being born? So listen up, Johan. This is for you. A little special gift for just because you came here, even though you don't understand the value of everything here, this is a gift for you. My Lord is very merciful, very extraordinary merciful. So this is a gift for you. Why is this kid not coming out? So they didn't know. So they said, we need to ask, because Adwaita was considered a great devotee of the Lord, and a great Brahmin and all this. He was more than a great Brahmin, actually. And they go and they inquired, can you find out why I'm not giving birth? And so he goes and talks to the Lord in the womb. He can do that because he's a devotee, real deep devotee. He says, why aren't you coming out? And so in the womb, Krishna speaks to him, or Lord Chaitanya speaks to him, or Nimai speaks to him, and says, well, my mother isn't purified. You gave her a confidential mantra, that she should have chanted the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra first, so she would be purified. So then I could come out, but she's not clean yet. But of course she's clean, but he wants to teach the world. See, the real Krishna will not come out unless you're sufficiently purified. And that's the meaning of having a bona fide guru. The big brother is the spiritual master. So the Lord will awaken, see, and you purified so that you chant the pure name of the Lord, not a hypocritical name, not a name where what comes out of your mouth is hypocrisy and pride and competition of the absolute truth. No, not that word. Otherwise, what meaning do you give? What, is God a hypocrite? Well, not in the way people know, but basically, he's not a material hypocrite. Let's put it like that. He's not a material thief. Let's put it like that. See, he's very truthful, especially in the world. Okay? So the truth is what sets people free. And you need to be purified, because you can come in the presence of the Vrindavan and Vrindavan devotees, and that's what they call that obstacle that most people are under, is called Putana. See, she came to Vrindavan, and she appeared to be a devotee, right? Just like devotees, they wear dhotis, they wear tilak, they go to the temples, they see Krishna, they give Krishna donations and flowers and things, and they go like this. But are they real devotees? Or are they still not purified? Well, it depends. If they're really purified, when they see the deity or chant the deity's name, their love for that transcendental name will awaken. If it doesn't awaken, then you're not purified enough. You know how many gurus in the ISKCON movement there are? Thousands. And you know how many can chant the holy name with ecstasy? And I don't think anybody. It's that rare right now. Plus, they're in association with their people that are still caught in that false representative of Krishna level. Okay? Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta was asked, what is a real spiritual master? Who is a real spiritual master? And Prabhupada answered very simply. The truth is very simple, very easy, clear. He said, the real spiritual master is a resident of Vrindavan. So that disqualifies everybody that's not a resident of Vrindavan, right? How many are that you can see the signs and symptoms that they are a resident of Vrindavan? Yeah, the signs and the symptoms. See, that you need to see that, otherwise you don't know. Like Prabhupada didn't show ecstatic love that much because he was, it was not time for that, and people didn't know anything. They just needed to get things going. Bhaktisiddhanta also and Bhaktivinoda also. They were very private about it. Does that mean they're not ecstatic devotees? Well, how do we know they are? Well, not everybody knows, because a lot of people don't know the value of ecstatic devotion because they didn't show it very much. See? And if they did, it would put people through a lot of stuff. A lot of purification would happen. If there was any envy and jealousy in it, it would rise to the surface. Instead, it was held in check. Prabhupada said, and Bhaktivinoda said, that there are many envious people and jealous people in this Krishna conscious movement. Even amongst his godbrothers, he said it. Okay? So if he would have showed more ecstatic devotion, all hell would have been broke loose, literally, at that time. So he left that work for us. It must be taught. People must see this, otherwise you haven't seen God. And if you don't see God, even seeing him, even though it brings up everything else to purify you, then you're going to take another birth for sure, and who knows where you're going to be. You're not going to get free of your miseries. You must see God. Even though at first you reject it, or you criticize, you condemn that Lord, but that's your purification. That's why Lord Chaitanya considered all this. He said, I'm going to spread this wide. Yeah, there's Buddhists that came and they tried to discredit the Lord. They gave him poisoned food. And some crow picked up the plate and dropped it on the head of the Buddhist master. This is what's in religion. This is what's in Vaishnavism. All kinds of nasty things. That's why Bhaktisiddhanta didn't preach these deep truths that we preach to his disciples. Because after he left, they were all rallying to be guru and to be spiritual master. Just like when Prabhupada left, they had to get together and divide up the world and get people, force people to worship them as good as guru. And the godbrothers said, what is this? You're just like us. You're not anything special. You don't have the symptoms of having anything special. Then they said, GTFOH. Don't worry, we got Prabhupada's books, we got his buildings. We can say what we want, we can juggle the philosophy to make it mean anything we want. See, that's what pure hearts. You think those people see God? That's who you're worshiping, you ISKCON devotees. Are you want to continue like that? How are you going to get your hearts purified? You ask. Yeah, that's how it works. That's why religion. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 10:10, abandon all varieties of religion and surrender to me. Well, we teach how to do that. If you surrender to a bona fide guru that has the symptoms of real bhakti, that means very deep, ecstatic, pure devotion, and it's proven by when they speak to you, it inspires you to the point of tears and ecstasy and understanding and removes your miseries if you're faithful. There you go. You found one. Can you tell the difference between a real one and an imitator? Well, thank you very much for your service over there in Johan's camp. Because he goes, hey, cries and laughs, right? Blows his nose. Boy, and he sure knows how to fold the hanky. Man. Comes right back like this, like it was pressed. Every time he blows his nose, it comes out perfect, picture perfect. What am I? I don't need to be, find fault with people. I just think it's kind of funny. Yeah. So you got a guy over there. He's laughing. Where did he get this? Well, he said, "Thanks for the awakening." So he must have got some kind of an awakening, right? Something. But how do you know the difference there and here? Because he's saying, "Hey, Gohari's wrong." They're all saying. Well, a lot of the Johans come and go. Meena was here. She got a little ecstatic too, right? And she's gone, and she said, "Yeah, Gohari's wrong." Maybe she goes flip-flop sometimes. Mahavir got a little ecstatic, and wrote some nice songs. And he said, "Oh, Gohari's wrong." And some of my ex-wife, she got a little ecstasy, and now she thinks I'm wrong. So how do you know? Well, one thing is her ecstasy is gone, finished. It ends up that by bad association, because her gurus were never ecstatic. They said they were. They all say they are. Narayan Raj gurus. Narayan Raj, the guru Narayan Raj, he never said per se. He might have said, but I didn't hear him say he was an ecstatic devotee. But you know how he portrayed it? He would give a class or somebody sing something. And he'd always teach that Rupa Goswami was so ecstatic that he was like that. And so then he would, and then everybody's thinking, oh, this is my guru's like Rupa Goswami. Was Rupa Goswami really like? Well, maybe it was sometimes. I don't know. So what's the fruit? By their fruits they shall be known. I love Jesus. Narayan Raj never taught like Jesus. Jesus said simple teachings, but they were profound. I preach them all the time. Prabhupada said profound things. I preach them all the time. Not Narayan Raj. To be honest with you, this is nothing, truth is truth. If he had all this ecstasy, well, where are the fruits? He's teaching Raganuga Bhakti and Rupa, right? Here's the most intimate pastimes. He's sharing everything. And but there's no ecstasy. And he's saying, well, it's in there. Raging. But where's the ecstatic devotees? Not even one I've seen. I see them following in the footsteps. They get disciples. Prem Parojan over there, he kind of looked at, doing the same thing. So how do you know? This is an important point. Otherwise, you'll be fooled by this stuff here. Yeah, again, pure ecstasy is very deep and very beautiful. See? And if it's pure love of God, boy, when the persons talk to you, boy, is it clear. Man, is it by the book. It's almost you're hearing the book in a person. See, that's called devotee Bhagavat. What they say is clear, logical, and conclusive. See? Otherwise, you could be fooled by some of this stuff going on here. See? But those persons are still adverse to the real devotees. They're competitive. That's why you see, he's saying, Gohari's wrong. See, that's competitive. He thinks he knows more. But what does he teach? Something different than here, doesn't he? He says everybody's guru. There's no guru. He doesn't. Well, how could that benefit Johann or anybody like them if there's no? Prabhupada's the guru. All glories to Prabhupada now, even though he said all glories to Gaur Hari for 6 years. That's how honest he was. Now it's all glories to Prabhupada. They all do that, actually, that do this. All glories to somebody else. See, so it justifies them being a guru and preaching the wrong philosophy, actually, something that's not actually in the book. Chapter 1 of Adi Lila says the glories of having a bona fide guru. You know, if you're not spiritually awakened, which 99.9% people at this time, I don't think are, then you need a real potent, true spiritual master who acts as big brother, like a midwife, and by their word, the Lord wakes up in you. If you're sincere, if you're honest, if you're purified, and that this is part of the purification, is the word. And chanting together in this association. See, then you have the personal realization by the Lord awakens in your house in your house. See, this is the house. This is the temple. He awakens in your heart, and he gives you clear realization and understanding of what just took place. See, and you're not, the water of this awakening is channeled in the right straight way. See, the straight and narrow path. See, you really listen to Guru. You learn to love real devotees. Headed by your Guru. Why wouldn't you love? If you love other devotees, why wouldn't you love Guru? Because they're the living presence of those you believe in and adore and worship. See, that's the hypocrisy. If you're saying, oh, I worship Rupa Goswami, Rupa, and all of that, and you don't see a manifestation of these devotees in this world, well, first of all, you haven't found the real Guru yet. See? And if you have, and you're Rupa, Radha, and all this, and then you see the devotees who actually represent that Vrindavan Krishna, the Vrindavan Bhav and ecstasy, you react and respond, oh, competitively, oh, who are you, man? You know, how dare you, try to take Prabhupada's place or somebody else's place. No, we put Prabhupada in the place, the right place. Otherwise, most people don't know Prabhupada. No. So that's its style. So if you really listen carefully here, then you know the real standard, and the Putana will not fool you. See, God said in the Bible that his people are being destroyed by ignorance, a lack of knowledge. People don't understand that Putana. Okay? If you come here and you don't come and follow the process taught here, then you will be waylaid by these obstacles. The spiritual master is like a guide in a jungle, like this Vrindavan is like a jungle. And the animals are actually very fierce. The animals, you notice, Putana was in that jungle of Vrindavan, wasn't she? Kalya was there too, a snake in the water, ready to bite you. Jackals were there too in Vrindavan, ready to hee. There you go. That's your Johann, man. He's a jackal. He's got the jackal obstacle too. It's a new one. I didn't know that. Revelation today. There you go, Johann. Enjoy it. Jackal. Have a jackal laugh, Ever see how jackals laugh? Like that. Dangerous animals. See, so they come and they gobble you up if you don't come in by the introduction, being introduced to Krishna through his real representative here. That's why you see this is real, this is bona fide, because people who come here and develop faith, look, they get in. Look at the example, right? Living examples. Where's the examples out there of people that are, they come and they have the qualities of transcendental qualities of real devotees? Not like Lalita or Govinda, really bliss, faith in Guru, faith in Krishna, faith in this path. You see, they're not. How many of you are really faithful here? Like this is it? Well, if you are, I'm sure you're pretty ecstatic. Because if you're not, if you're thinking, or you have some kind of sneaky other motivations and stuff like that, that'll have to come out to be purified. Otherwise, Krishna, or maybe even Gurudev here, will throw you out. Or maybe both of them. Maybe Krishna uses them like an avatar to kick the football, out of the stadium. So the great treasure, we're discussing this morning with Lalita. We have some nice talks here sometimes, kind of funny ones. I found out what her fears are today. I ain't gonna say. I keep them. Maybe I'll say she's afraid of bugs.
Not all the bugs, those that bite.
Those that bite bugs. The ones that are hard to see. The bugs, there's a lot of bugs in Vrindavan too, They bite. Watch out. Yeah, so there's no problem. And this preaching is I try to just make it clear. We just make the path so clear that it's easy to follow. Otherwise, there's all these brambles on it. Doesn't it make sense, the stuff I say here? And you can check it in chapter 1 of Adi Lila. Yeah, when you have a bona fide spiritual master, they're the greatest devotee. You can check this in the book. It's in there, and then you can check it in life, because this is so fantastic. Is you got a living schoolroom here to learn about the absolute truth. Where do you get such an opportunity? I didn't get it in Narayan Maharaj. They're all in their heads. Where's the bhakti? They're nowhere to be seen, and all this speculative ideas and everything, and there's no Holy Spirit and devotion. They don't know what it is. They still don't know what it is. Promoting other paths, a path of renunciation and austerities and lots of rules and lots of don't eat this and don't eat that. Some other path. But here you hear by the book. You get a guru. You can check in there. He has the greatest devotion. Do you see anybody greater? I just question you. I don't have to say, no, ask you guys. You see anybody that has any greater devotion than Gauri Das? I do, Lalita. I got a great disciple, man. Where are you going to get a disciple? Look, you got more devotion than I do, man. She laughs more than me. And that's great, man. That's a sign that Krishna gives me great association. I'm not too proud to give honor and respect to where it goes, even if it's a disciple. Why not, man? You got more mercy than I got. But where else do you see it? Do you think Acharya Dev? She gave me some boring classes. I didn't see him yet, but she I'm sure I'll get the same experience she did. You think, where's the devotion in the Acharya Dev or Jayapataka? I know I'm supposed to, I know I should not say anything like this, right? I should not, but don't even mention anything. Don't even question authority, right? Don't question these gurus. Don't ask what is the standard or put it up there in the light, the light of truth, man. What is the standard of a spiritual master representing Vrindavan? Where is the ecstasy of Vrindavan? Actually, we don't know about that. That's right, you don't know. Even newcomers here can see what that ecstasy is. If they accept, look at Fanny, she accepts the teaching here, the ecstasy here, and look how much mercy. She gets more mercy than 1,000 Acharya days because he doesn't believe in this. He misguided one of my second disciples and said, Gauri, he's not in the parampara. Who would you believe, Gauri Das or him?
I just preach the real standard. I say, I would believe in a person who has real ecstatic devotion you see consistently every day and preaches by the book, the essence of truth. And when you're purified enough, you'll be able to discern that. Then you can go to Acharya Dev, you could go to Johans, and you can go to Jayapatakas, and you can analyze them. You know, like, because you know the real standard. See, they don't know the standard. They can't preach the standard. They are blind to the real standard of bhakti. See? Therefore, their followers are blind also. Here is the real standard. How do you know? Well, I'll take the story. I take all stories, so many stories. How about the Daksha versus Shiva case? This is a court of law. Prabhupada said, my books are the law books for the next 10,000 years. And you met a good lawyer. I'll prove it. I win my cases. Krishna throws them all in jail. Those who are guilty as charged. See, who is bona fide? See, when you're the law books, chapter 1, citing, you know how they in court they cite the court cases and they got the numbers and everything and all that. That's a guru, man. You're the greatest lawyer. They convict people, but not like miserable bastards in this world. They convict people wrongly, and a lot of these lawyers and the judges, they're all fucking corrupt. No, the spiritual master is an honest lawyer. And if they convict you of sin, you know what the sin is? Hypocrisy, being a spiritual master and taking worship, being an idol, and causing everybody to idle away their time, you futilely. You're convicted. I'm here to convict you. Is that bad? Am I a mean guy? Am I like one of these judges here? Throw them in jail for 99.9 years. No, if you're convicted here, you're liberated. My Lord Jesus said the same thing. He said, the Holy Spirit will convict the world of sin. And if you look, conviction means convincing the world of what is sin. Oh, I love this one, man. I've been waiting to say this one for a long time. Convince the world of sin. Jesus said, you shall get the Holy Spirit and you will convict the world of sin and convince them what is sin. And he said, what is sin? The disciple said, well, what is sin? Unbelief in me. Unbelief in my word. Unbelief in my realized word. Unbelief in the real guru. And belief in the false acharyas and the false prophets keeps you under sin. See? Guilty as charged. And if they admit it and see where the real jury, oh, by the way, there are many hats played by the lawyer. He's also the judge and the jury. See, we are here to convince the world that sin is only unbelief in the real spiritual master. That is the essence of truth. That is the meaning. I'm the way, the life, and the truth. No one comes unto the Father but by me. By the real empowered devotee of the Lord. And they have the signs and the symptoms of it. Nobody speaks like them. Nobody has the power like them. Nobody is as ecstatic as them. Except maybe a Lalita or something. Or Govinda and some others here, you know. Is that clear? Are you convinced of what is actually sin? It's that simple. Did Narayan Raj, here we go. Did Narayan Raj ever preach that? No. Did Radhakund Prabhu? No. They say, no, you can't be liberated from sin just by believing in Guru. but worship me. Yeah, what kind of power do you have? What kind of guru are you? If people believe that, really believe in you because they're convinced that you're a real deal, you're not a fake, you're not a hypocrite, you're not a liar, not a cheater, that they're free of sin. Well, how do you know? Man, when they chant Hare Krishna, they start looking like a Lalita Govinda and these others here. How many do I need to mention? Look at Janine. She's coming up the ranks. Am I a madman? Absolutely. There must be mad because of intoxication on the holy name of Krishna to speak like this. There's no other way. The Lord thinks I can use a guy like this that gets the real communion, right? This guy is not a wafer guy, coming for the ceremonial communion, and satisfied with give me a dry wafer on the tongue and let me have some of that grape juice without any kick to it. No, this person likes the wine of God. Wants to eat that Krishna, man, and taste him. Masticate him. Transcendentally cannibalize Krishna's name. Devour him impulsively. That's what Vrindavan. You think I can use a guy or gal like that? See, we make people like that. Are you ready for that kind of an existence? You like to savor the holy name like we do? A lot of freedom in that, man. You're not under look at me. I just poo-poo all these gurus. I poo-poo the Putanas and the Kalyas and all that. Then, what is this called? The Krishna empowers you to dance on the heads of Kalya. Da, da, da. Can you see the dance, anybody? This is how we dance, like this. See, the truth dances on the tongues of the devotees, which dances on the head of the illusion, very playfully. Very much, a lot of fun here. Vrindavan style. We kill the demons of the false ego. That's all. See? Just by a dance. Dancing. No, nothing big. Just dance on the head of the so-called Acharya Devs and the so-called, people that are motivated religionists that have no ecstatic love, that don't ever cry for Krishna, can't even shed a tear for Krishna. Where's your degree? And Acharya Dev will say, oh, go on, I got plenty of degrees on my wall. Don't you see? I'm a PhD. What are you? Oh, well, I have a degree. It's not on the wall. See? The degree here is the essence of the truth. It's the degree of devotion that makes you guru or not. See, do you speak the word that wakes up the Krishna people? Okay? By their fruits they shall be known. But you're not dressed right. Where's your dhoti, man? Where's your tilak? You're not looking like that Babaji up there. That Babaji commented, somebody asked him a question. Everybody asked the wrong people these questions. Can you get love of God, prema, if you have material desires? And this guy dressed with the part and looks like just with all the tilak and all the trappings and everything, and gives a big, long discourse. And you read the thing, you're still confused. You don't know. It doesn't really, yeah, it does, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Real confusing statements. You still don't know after this big, long thing. And then you know what it says, the last part? To be continued. More bullshit statements from these guys dressed for success. And you get no success. That's my Lord's fucking Maya, man. It's stupid. And stupid people come, they inquire these things from them. And I made 2 sentences of the essence of the truth. 2 fucking sentences and answered the question. You think anybody will say anything? They'll probably erase the question. What is this guy? How dare he? Who are you? Don't you see how this guy is dressed? Yeah, I do. What line do you follow? We follow the clothesline. See, that's why they hang you out to dry. The ones on the clothesline, you go there, and then all you get is dry philosophy and speculations and mumbo jumbo of unrealized understanding of Krishna. They don't know it. It's all in their minds, and that's all you get is all this mind. 2 sentences, I answered the question. Can you get prema with material desires? I said, with or without material desires, you get prema. Yeah, you can. All you have to do is have a bona fide spiritual master, and you can get. He said, "Can you get prema quickly, like instantly?" And the guy couldn't answer. He said, "Yes, but no, yes, no, yes, no, yeah, blah blah blah." Big long fucking thing, and then to be continued to get your attention to listen to more bullshit. Narayan Maharaj did the same thing. He wrote a paper. You can probably see it still up there. What is a bona fide guru? Big, long paper. Digital paper. Big, long thing. I read the whole thing. I still couldn't figure out what is a real guru by that thing. Dancing around. Oh, the real guru is austere. Real guru is austere. They chant. They do all the rules. They and all this external stuff. And that never mention that they have love of Krishna, pure love, because you can't get that in their teaching. In his teaching, the teaching of that Babaji, and the teaching of their Babaji, you can't get it. You got to be free of all material desires. And you know what my answer is? That nobody listens to unless you come here, maybe. Oh yeah, with or without material desires. If you develop faith in this word, in this preaching, in this Sangha here, in this association, the Lord is so pleased with you, he'll awaken in your heart quickly in either 1 day, 1 week, 6 months, 8 months, 2 years, 20 years, whatever it takes, but it'll be more quick than many, many lifetimes following bullshitters like this out there. The ones who are not really used by the Transcendental Lord to deliver other people. You want the quick way, or you want the red pill, the red love of God. You want that red pill, or you want the blue pill, where you'll be blue in your life. You'll be singing the blues. You take the blue pill, you go home, you leave this class, forget about it, go worship your Acharya Devs and your Jaipatakas and your Johans, your New Age persons, the Muslims, and you'll forget about everything. Maya will just help you, and you'll remain in the matrix. But you take the red pill, you'll transcend the matrix here. The matrix of the world here, and then you'll live on the divine protective level. Just like Ajamil, better than Ajamil. Did you see? He slipped out of the grasp of the Yamadutas. These gurus are still under the direction of the Yamadutas. They're not free. They could be. You gotta meet the real representative of God and show it by your behavior, by your deeds. Otherwise, you're just bullshitting that you believe in Prabhupada, that you know Prabhupada. Well, how come you don't know his representative? That's how Prabhupada called out his godbrothers. He said, actually, look at this. They have a big title, Bhaktivedanta, Srila Bhaktivedanta, like their guru. Srila Bhaktivedanta, or something like that, or, Bhaktivedanta, and they had Acharya. And Prabhupada said, look, they have envies and jealousies, false prestige. Actually, none of them are qualified to be Acharya. You know how he knew that? How they treated him. And that's why Prabhupada came up. He said, if you have a godbrother that has the mercy of your guru, you should give them almost as much respect as you do your own spiritual master. But they didn't do that because he had the special mercy of his guru. That's why he said that. Do you think that doesn't apply here? You know, where these people think, they say, oh yeah, I'm Prabhupada, I know Prabhupada and everything. And you see the bhakti, I mean, you can analyze it. Yeah, you can see that Prabhupada had ecstatic devotion. You saw the way he wrote and spoke, right? Do you see those kind of qualities here? Because if they are here, and they are, you'll see that the same Krishna that used Prabhupada in Bhaktisiddhanta is the same Krishna in 2024, wherever he's working. Otherwise, it's a different Krishna. Yeah, a different Krishna. It's the Krishna in the mundane world. See, the material modes of nature, which is also Krishna in a material form, but it's kind of it's a unclear form. A lot of faults in it. See, the real spiritual master is faultless in the sense, not material, like you have to look at you follow this rule, oh, you've got all these faults. No, they're faultless because the Lord uses them to awaken devotion in others and to give them the words to speak that are right on the money. They make you the words that make you wealthy. You know how you know you're wealthy? When you can hear the words of Guru and you really love them because they present you the words in its book. You get purified. Then you can pick up these books and relish these words and speak about them and the glories of the absolute truth as it is and deliver other people. You become as good as Guru in the right way. Not in the way these guys, all these people who fell by the wayside, they all want to be as good as Guru, but in the wrong way. They don't want to follow this path. They don't believe that the same Krishna that was in Prabhupada or in Jesus or in anybody is also here. It's got to be here. Otherwise, you haven't found the real Guru. I mean, I teach by the book, man. You can read chapter 1. If anybody's reacting here, say, oh, how dare you preach like this and all that? Well, that's the book. That's your purification. Having opposing ideas other than what's actually in the book and also in the devotee Bhagavad, because they are that book in person. The Lord makes them so. Radha and Krishna make them so. No matter what your material position is, you could be a Sudra. You know, like in the caste system, there's Sudras and there's householders, and then there's renunciates, and there's Brahmins, and then there's sannyasis, Varnashram Dharma. But a devotee can be in any of those ashrams. And if you see that they're a devotee, you won't be looking at like, are they wearing a sannyas dhoti? Then we give them respect. That was a Daksha trick. You know, Daksha said, look at Shiva, he's not dressed right. Shiva was a pure devotee. He had spiritual power. He could deliver even demons. Prahlad also, because they're real devotees. Daksha was just a Brahmin. And millions of Brahmins gave him respect and honor more than Shiva. They didn't even give Shiva anything. They thought he's low class. They couldn't see his spiritual qualities. See, that's what people do in the world. They give respect to people in some mode of nature. You might be giving respect to demons. A lot of demons take the position as religious leaders, as politicians. Now, we're in Kali Yuga, my friends. And if you give respect and honor or worship to them, they control you. See? If you meet the real spiritual master here, empowered to deliver you to the spiritual plane of existence and experience, they liberate you. They put you under the control of the same God that they have, the love of God, the love, the name of God, the pastimes of the Lord. That controls me. You want to be controlled by that? That's freedom in the world. That's freedom from the illusion. You're controlled by your love for God. Not love for the world. That means you're controlled by the world. Not love for Jai Pataka or Radhanath or these guys. You're controlled by those who are not who they are. You're controlled by non-residents of Vrindavan. They can't give you a visa to get to Vrindavan. They don't have one themselves. They have fake IDs. Does that make sense to anybody? You got to be a real guru, man. You got to be used by this transcendental spiritual Lord. You got to convince people, and whoever is convinced by your court of law here, by the devotee who quoting the books, the essence of the books, you'll be convinced of what is actually sin. And then you'll see, like Lalita, she doesn't need to follow any other path but faith in Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas. If you say, I have faith in Krishna and the Vaishnavas that you read about, but you don't have faith in a real Guru when they come before you, you're a bogus piece of shit, to be honest. You're just a hypocrite. You're a liar. You're still under the illusion, man. That's called the fake path, the false followers. You need to find the real followers who follow the real path and teach the real path. And when you are convinced of that sin is not following this path, you don't get you. If you say, oh yeah, I can be a Mayavadi, I can do this path and all these paths to be free of sin. Well, maybe in a long time. But here, Jesus and all deliverers teach. Even Lord Chaitanya said, people who don't believe in me, they will be destroyed. Jesus said basically the thing. When you have the spirit of devotion, you'll be a witness for the real path. That's what I do. That's what Lalita does. That's what Govinda does. And anybody else now knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, there are many paths like pearls on a string on Krishna. But how long do you want to follow these? How many births do you want to take? You want to end it now? That's intelligence, man. Don't you want to be free in this life? Maybe in a day, maybe 2, maybe a week, maybe 6 months to get you to be convinced. It could be instantly. I mean, if you come here and you do what I did, I was instantly raised into the kingdom of God. I just happened to have faith immediately in Jesus' word, the word that I read. In Prabhupada's word again. I stay there now because I don't doubt. I mean, I have so much experience with this. How can I doubt, man? I can't find you anything else better than this. I tried going to Narayan Raj. He said, I have better than you. I went there and I thought, my God, this is dry. I go to the Radhakumbha, dry again. Lots of rules, lots of regulation, but no bhakti. Yeah, go to ISKCON for 5 years. Phew. What an austerity, talk about austerity, just to be around a bunch of dry people for 5 years. That was hell, actually, hellish to me. I came the very first day, chanted the holy name in ecstasy. I read these books in ecstasy the very first day. I didn't need them. I just needed 5 years to figure that out. Because I had nobody. I wish I would have one person said, Gauri, what the hell are you doing here? You don't need these people. These people don't have what you have. You have this attraction to the name of God. Just cultivate that. Get the fuck out of that association. This is not for you. It's for them. They're less intelligent goats. Goat heads. They can't understand. Nobody told me that. I had to figure it out. So you're lucky here. You're coming here. I wish I would have kissed the ground if I would have found somebody that could just tell me that. It would save me years. That's the way it's supposed to be, man. Anyway, I got through, obviously. And we're here to help others. You want to get through? You want to spend, we have devotees. Sometimes they go back to the Vaides and they go and dance. Janine knows what I'm talking about. And they go there and they think, oh, this is beautiful. No, it ain't beautiful. No, what are you doing over there? What can they add to you? To be around dry people, empty sepulchres with no life in them. Without this bhakti, there's no life. Without this truth, there's no real life. Without this kind of preaching, no life. Who's doing this preaching? That's where to be. Even if it's 1 or 2 people in our Sangha. But where do you see this kind of talk about the truth? With conviction. I'm convinced. Are you? I'm convinced in these truths. I experienced the result of that. And you can too, just like Prahlad preached. He told his demon friends, if you listen to my word, because I listened to the word of Narada Muni, my guru, in the womb even, you can be like me, because he was guru now, because he got the fruit of love of Krishna. Well, you got that chance again. If you believe in the word I believe in, this works, this word. Those words don't work with those gurus. That was pretty good. I caught myself. Look. It doesn't work. What works? What is it? What is the meaning of what works? The love of God. Liberating people that come to you. When you're a real guru, chapter 1 of Adi Lila says, you produce spiritual experience in your faithful disciples. Do you have spiritual experiences, Lalita? Ask Govinda.
I do. Every day, constantly.
Yeah, go ask the disciples if they have spiritual experiences of Radhanath or Jayapataka. They'll look at you. Maybe they'll say, oh yeah, I'm so ecstatic all the time. Yeah, what does that ecstasy look like? And I think I gotta go. They don't know. Nobody knows out there. They're babies, they're children. So if anybody's out there, you come over here and we'll convince you that what is sin is unbelief in where the Lord is working in a living condition. You must have a devotee Bhagavat so you can understand the book Bhagavat. Otherwise, you've got all these people misrepresenting the book Bhagavat. That's the word of God. The devotee's power, a real devotee's power, is they preach the essence of the truth to you, and that awakens the Lord in the heart. The Lord is very pleased to awaken in those who listen attentively to a person that is representative of that platform of consciousness. Pure representative, purified. This Dean Smith comes a lot nowadays. It's great. Yeah. So really, that's the essence, is Guru Tattva. If anybody becomes convinced by this word, then you'll have what I have. That's pretty good, isn't it? That's the magnanimity of Lord Chaitanya and the munificence, and the magnificence is communicated through his real representative in this world. Otherwise, there's no meaning of how can Narayan Raj, he preaches, I'm a devotee of Radha and Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, and all this, and I teach Raghunaga Bhakti. But you don't see the symptoms of munificence and magnanimity. What is that the Lord gave him that glorification? The magnanimity to give love of Krishna to those who don't deserve it. Okay? What was the preaching of Narayan Raj? And not to fault them, but just so that we can get a clear bead on what is true. It was first you deserve, then desire. But that's not really truth. That's a lie. It's just, you could say it's a lie. It's just an outright lie, actually.
It's not logic.
It's not, no. Yeah, because he doesn't understand the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because here, we teach you to desire first, and then the Lord will give you the result of his magnanimity to awaken in you, whether you have material desires, whether you're a saint, whether you're a sinner. But if you have faith in this word, it always works like this. It's universal truth. See, that love will be born in you because you'll develop faith in this word. And that word gives you the awakening of this love. That's what people, does that work like that, Lalita? Didn't you get awakened by the word here?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And by the vibrations of it. Because the word, I even didn't understand the language. Those vibrations are so strong, that prema that's emanating from you is so, so strong that even somebody who doesn't understand you wakes up. Absolutely. Even Lalita Madhava, who's deaf, he wakes up. It is very, very
Yeah,
fast.
if you're used by God, that's its style. And then you understand the philosophy as it is, not like Johann. He says, "Thanks for the awakening." And then he goes and he's guru now. Listen to my word. Gorhari's wrong. His guru's wrong, all that stuff. But thanks for the awakening. That's pretty low class, isn't it? That's pretty ungrateful. And that's why the book says that those persons in that degraded consciousness are ungrateful. Because of ungratefulness, the Lord gets rid of them. Oh, you're not grateful to be awakened by your guru? Otherwise, what's the meaning of that preaching? See, what's the meaning of this preaching? See, we preach the book. You go to get a bona fide spiritual master. That's your witness program. You tell people you're awakened here in this association. See, that's preaching. And then people who are looking for relief, if they've suffered enough and they want relief from that suffering, they may listen. And if they listen attentively and develop faith like you have, the faith, and which is pretty easy, people look at you. If you're a good example of the truth, why wouldn't honest people follow you? Only dishonest ones won't. See, if a person is manifesting the true nature of a disciple or a guru, they would want to be in that association, because that role model is what we need. I didn't have any role model. I went to these gurus, they weren't role models. I had to look to the books to find the role models. And then because naturally you want somebody that you says, "Oh yeah, what you're doing is right." I couldn't find that. I had to, luckily I was in touch enough with this communion and communication with the true God that he showed me in the scriptures. Yeah, of course you're right. Yeah, of course this is true. Just, trust that. Can't you see? So now, what's happened now. So there was the guru and Shastra. Now what was born of that are sadhus, real sadhus, who have the love of God, love of Krishna, and the witnesses. Just like what Jesus did, Lord Chaitanya did. He awakened prema in them. They awakened prema in others, and they became witnesses. They wrote or they preached or they sang the truth. And we do the same. It's always the same style when love of Krishna is here and deliverance is here. Just a second. There we go. Yeah. So I think that's enough for now. Thank you very much for coming. Oh, give us a word there, Lily, before we go.
Yeah, our neighbor is in the class.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's in class. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, he had some questions. Put them on. You know what? If he doesn't want to be seen, he can ask the questions, and I can hear. We can hear.
Oh, yeah, Jeder, can you come? Are you still there? Can you come in the stream? Do you want? Yeah, he had questions. He would come here to eat with us.
Yeah, why didn't he just come into the house? Yeah, come in the house and ask the question. If he
Yeah.
doesn't want to be seen, he can ask the questions, and this will be
Yeah.
beneficial for everybody.
I don't know if he still hears it.
Why don't you go knock on his door? I'll
Okay.
wait.
Okay.
My voice got arrested for a while. Oh, we got 20 people here. That's pretty nice. You guys got any comments or questions? Well, let's see here. Balaram, wow, just now in the middle of morning class on YouTube. Roku TV, Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Thank you for the devout interest in our Bhakti-Lata Beach. Yeah. Here we go, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj and all the bumblebees. all I want for every day is listening to you. Oh, that's nice. Shamasutra, I'm glad you're really appreciating our words and our ecstasy. Awesome Guru Maharaj, you freaking rule. Last 3 lives are insane, transcendental, and so conclusive, and so potent, and so supportive. Your voice is a portal for me. I love you. Oh. Thank you, Shamasutra. See, what you love, see, this is the main thing, is when you love these words. I love these words. I love these truths. And this is, Jesus loved these words that were spoken, that he spoke. Everybody, if you're really in tune and in line with a disciplic line, and you are really empowered to be a spiritual master by God, the words, you live on those words. That was why Lord Chaitanya came. See, Lord Chaitanya came to taste the nectar and the names of God. But that's not, the names of God means he came to taste the nectar of his own names. He came to taste the nectar in the names and the pastimes, his pastimes. See? So that's the secret. And that's, if you can do that, and you've gotten this ability either in this life or previous one, then you found the real path, and then you follow, and you're a spiritual master like Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya was considered the spiritual master for the entire universe. Chapter, I think, in I don't know what chapter, the Adi Lila somewhere, in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So if you can taste the name of Krishna to the point of tears and ecstatic devotion, then you'll get the right understanding to preach to others. So, and to share that with others so that they can also do it.
Yeah, Yedr was watching your video, but working meanwhile as well. So he has 2 phones, and his computer is on. He was hearing with a heart, but he says it's interesting, but I come ask because he's working as well.
Okay. All
It's a
right.
newcomer.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. So Pretty says, if a devotee feels some love, and to what extent does the devotee know God? Well, see, yeah, some love, like Johan, I'm sure you're probably thinking about him. Yeah. So say Johan, okay, thanks for the awakening, and goes away. That's the ungratefulness, not being purified. It's like going to Prabhupada and saying, oh yeah, I met this Babaji now, and I want to leave you. So, and can I have your blessing? It's ungratefulness. It's not appropriate. It's not like Krishna or the devotee has a bone to pick against you, like, why shouldn't you? No, it's because that's not a purified mentality. A purified mentality is like Lalita and Govinda. See, they're here. They can preach the real path. He can't. That's not the real path. That's a Mayavadi path. That's what they do. Prabhupada kicked the devotee off the sand dune. He said, don't do that to me. You never kick your bhakti guru away. Even though they may kick you to purify you. See, he was kicked, just like Shivananda Singh was kicked by Nityananda. See, it was a purification thing, but not really for Shivananda Singh. All it did was show the glories of his purified consciousness. And he said he saw it as a great boon. Just like when Bhrigu Muni kicked Vishnu in the chest. And Vishnu said, oh, what a great privilege, a devotee. You're a devotee of the Lord, and you kicked me. Oh, did my hard chest hurt your foot? See? So first, usually, if you're not purified, we kick. He was kicked, and the Mayavadi came out of him, which is good. Eventually, he'll see it. That's Mayavadi. He's acting it out. He can deny it and all these things which he did for years, but now, from this kick that he got, his Mayavadi came out. And in due course, he'll see his stupidity, and so will the others, whether it's in this life or another. But it's out now. The main thing is also, can you see it? Because if you're associating with him and you don't know what you're associating with the snake, man. That snake, Maya uses him big time. And she'll look for any chance to take down the weak baby devotees, because that's what she does through Putana and Kalya. She poisons the devotees. They don't have the power to withstand that unless your bhakti is really big. So be careful, everybody.
Yeah, it is a process. If you have some love, I think he wrote, if you have some love for Krishna, how much do you know him? Well, the more love you have, the more you will know him. It's simple. That's the process. It's very logic, actually.
Yeah, but you got to be purified by the word. See, he doesn't love the word. That's the thing. He doesn't love the word. He loves his speculation. He's contaminated with speculation. He thinks his opinion is better than his Gurudev's. That's the fault in it. Is it? To me, it's not. What? That everybody's guru, that you can give up guru, thanks for the awakening? I'm not teaching like Lord Chaitanya. Even the book is right there. That's Lord Chaitanya, chapter 1. Why did he write the book? I'm teaching about the book, you know. What do you want to teach something else? Well, that's Mayavadi. That's speculation. That's what they do in ISKCON. That's what they do in God. All those groups, they just teach speculation in the book. Who's a real resident of Vrindavan? That's the real teacher. Where are the symptoms that they have, that they're conclusive and clear and very ecstatic? That's the real teacher. That's your door into the kingdom of Vrindavan. There's no other door. There's one door. Why do you think Jesus, I'm the way? You got to find a living representative. Anybody getting the mercy here knows what I'm talking about. Where would you be if you didn't meet such a guru in this life? Would you be like you are now, or would you be worshiping these fucked up gurus? Would you still wonder, why am I going to ISKCON and delivering cookies and cleaning fucking toilets? See? I know there's something wrong in the world, but I don't know what it is. Well, are you not learning what the hell it is? There's a lot wrong with the world, and all you have to do is know what that is, have the knowledge, and just don't believe in liars and the lies of the world, because that's the Lord's divine energy, but it's not divine. It's divinely illusionary. And come and you believe in the divine potents, believe in the devotees who are real devotees here. Don't believe in the Johans who don't follow the real path. That's why I use this to teach the real path is here. See, it goes by the book, the teachings. That one doesn't. Oh yes, relishable and nurturing. Sri Krishna ourselves, as well as your words and many needs. My ears, you are the best I met in my life. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. They don't have it, and their pride makes them losers. Yeah, I mean, one of the big teachings here is you learn to distinguish what is material pride, see, and what is being prideless, or what is spiritual pride. You know, if there's material pride in this world, see, it's an emotional state, right? It's emotional. See, like you feel this, the emotion of being proud. It's a divine, a material expression. See, well, the devotees in the spiritual have a spiritual pride. So you learn to discern these subtle things. I see symptoms in front of my eyes and I'm amazed to the bottom. Yeah. You are my button. I can press it any time.
Shama is unbelievable growing, man. It's really working. I really feel that.
Yeah,
On everything she writes.
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like Amy was writing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how it was. The blind issues. You say it. If yes, real deal. Anyway, that's the thing. I'm here to help him also. Yeah, I mean, this is, believe it or not, is help, How else can you help a guy like that? You gotta kind of beat the donkey, the donkey in there. Prabhupada used to say that devotees who take birth in Vrindavan, India, are exalted souls. Vrindavan are exalted souls, even animals. Then why are there demoniac or sinful activities? Yeah, that's a good question.
They
Well-
need to be purified as well, isn't it?
Well, what happened? What it is? It's in the statement of Sarvabhauma. The Lord, Maharaj Prataparudra said, this is the Madhya Lila. We read this before. Speak about it. Yes, in sense they're delivered, but when are they delivered? You think after their life? No, you have what you bind here. You bind. If you don't have devotion awakened here, how can you go to Vrindavan? The real Vrindavan. See? So anyway, Sarvabhauma said, Lord Chaitanya is on pilgrimage. He said, great Vaishnavas go on pilgrimage to purify even holy places. So the essence is, if you want to take many lifetimes, you can live in a dham. And it's not like you go right back to Godhead because you don't have the qualities. That's why the Lord comes and the devotees come to the dhams. That's why we come to Facebook here. Because people who make this connection, the devotees are virtual places of pilgrimage. They purify just by being seen and by being heard and by being served. Oh, sound is not good. Oh. Is the sound not good to everybody? Let me hear. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, I see. I see what it is. Let me know if it's any better now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
For me, there was not a problem.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
But maybe in Europe, yeah.
Yeah, let me know about the sound. If it's any better now. I kind of heard there was a sound kind of thing. Yeah. So what was I talking about?
But Shama Sarvabhauma, but
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you need to be, you need to meet the devotees if you want to finish this quickly. That's why the devotees go to the holy places or any place. Any place they go becomes a place of pilgrimage. See? Because they preach the ecstatic word of God. That's the idea. You hear the holy name sang by, in Sankirtan by devotees, or you hear it sang or preached here in the word, and that speeds up the purification because it's the absolute truth without speculation. See, the words of Johans, the ones who don't follow the real path and get purified are weak. They're watered down. They're full of speculations and poisons. They don't produce the same result. All they can do is produce other snakes. If you listen there, you become like a snake and speculation and all that. And a lot of people are attracted. It's that birds of a feather flock together. People who like speculation and don't, the ones who go there, they don't believe in Guru. They believe, Madhusudana never believed in the Guru. He thought he knew, and he's a Holy Spirit on the same level and all that. Of course, he kept it in there. Didn't bring it out much. Sim, all of those, Tarun, they have. Anyway, they have maybe something deep in some sincerity, but they need to be purified more. And someday they'll have to be able to take this kind of purification and come to the point of purifying them being purified of hypocrisy. And just be a straight shooter. To be a real sincere follower of a spiritual master. Not coming here in 6 years. Come on. I can't believe. Isn't it kind of hard to believe Johan still justifies that? 6 fucking years he was here.
6 years. And claiming, oh, Gohari, you're the friend of the fall, you're my best friend and everything. And now it's all changed. And that's more pure. You know, see, the only way you know, you've got real examples of the truth, like Lalita and Govinda. Or if you're attracted to that example, you're very fortunate. If you're attracted to Johan's example, you're attracted to speculation. See, and the watered down and speculation and word jugglery of the Vedas. It's like a jewel on the head of a snake. She acts like chapter 1 of Adi Leela. Yes or no? Isn't she chapter 1? When you read chapter 1 of Adi Leela, isn't that Govinda and Lalita and some of you out there? Isn't that like Shama Sundari now? You see? She's speaking correctly, in line. You develop to inclination to glorify the truth and not glorify speculations. You glorify those who are preaching the real truth, not those who are speculating. That means you stay under the modes of nature. Why do you think ISKCON is the way it is? They're glorifying gurus who are not transcendentally situated. That's speculation. No, the real guru should be by the book. Their eternally liberated soul. It says, chapter 1, when you're fortunate, you meet an eternally liberated soul who has the greatest bhakti. Just analyze, does your guru here have, compare the bhakti here with Acharya Dev and Jaipatakas and 1,000 together. Put them all together against the bhakti of your guru here. Is that false ego, or is that just let's get true, let's get real? If their bhakti is better, if Acharya Dev's bhakti is better, let's follow him. If you got real pure bhakti, man, your truth will be like a sledgehammer on Maya. We'll destroy it. We'll destroy all illusions. And if your heart is pure enough, you will recognize that. Otherwise, you'll run to Johan's camp and to hide in the speculations with a bunch of weak people with skinny legs. And their only glory is they can fold a handkerchief really nicely. Better than me. I'll give him that.
Better than me, even.
Better than even Lalita. He can fold it, like it's just perfect. After every blowjob he gets to the hanky. What? Did I say something wrong? Oh, you nasty minds you have out there. Did you think I was talking No, I was talking a blowjob. See? God, can't believe it, Lalita. Maybe even you were thinking.
No, I was not thinking. I don't think anymore.
What a crazy guru you guys got here, huh? In our Sangha, Lalita has biggie devotion. Oh, pardon. She is devotion. Gurudev, you are challenged. I know I'm challenged, man. I think I'm a loser, man. But I'm a loser and I'm a winner at the same time. Yeah.
You let me win. You always let me win. We did once with the with the arms who was the strongest, and you let me win, Guru.
No, I don't remember that.
Of course, I lose.
Yeah, we're going to get Shama Sundari to explode. Yes, we won. I won Shama Sundari as a bride for Krishna. I got to give it to Krishna, otherwise a guy like me will fall down. I wouldn't be able to resist. I'm not weak to get a beautiful woman. No. And we got to marry you to Krishna. If you are convicted here, you are liberated. I frame that one. So the Putanas are liberated. Yeah. If you're convinced, see, convicted means if Johan,
becomes convinced of what his sin is unbelief in his guru. And you can't say, oh, I believe in you, Guru Dev, but you don't believe in the teachings. You don't believe in these words. That's hypocrisy. See? So for him or anybody like him, so you spies out there for Johann over there, this is, maybe you'll get it first. If you're convinced by this preaching, and your good fortune is you're spying here and listening to these things. But if in your heart you be convinced that the only sin in your group there is unbelief in the preaching here and the word here, because the word goes by the book here. That word does not. And that's what keeps you under Putana. Putana will never let you go. Kalya will never let you go. You'll speak out of your bottom there, like that picture of, what's her name? Tinkerbell. The drama. You'd be speaking out of your buttocks there. You'd be talking shit. See, that's being under the influence of the principalities that protect Vrindavan. See, the Lord protects us, right? We're under the real philosophy of Lord Chaitanya. The real teachings of, that's my happiness. I love preaching the truth. I love just presenting the path. If Gauri doesn't represent this path, you should give him up. But if he does, then you shouldn't give him. See? If Johann doesn't represent this path, then you should give that up. As a teaching. Do you want to support? That's why I tell you, Krishna doesn't like if you support the enemy. See, the enemy of bhakti is Putana. See? Why would you want to give? If that's just showing, like if you still associate with Johann, that's it's like showing that, wow, you're giving power to that illusion. And Maya uses that. Maya says, oh, you're not really that faithful. You think you're a friend? You think I'm your friend? When you see a person under the illusion, that person is just a servant of the illusion. Your friend is Maya, and she's a bitch, man. And she'll take you down. She'll use that weakness you got. It's not fortified. When you see your real friends or real devotees who have real devotion and preach to you the real truth, and you'll realize, wow, I'm so fortunate to have Krishna as my friends in this world. They're the empowered Krishnas in this world. There are the jailers and the ones who release you from jail. It depends on your attitude. Boy, I got a lot of comments today. I am a slave of that preaching. I follow that way. I am Krishna's apple. Yeah, exactly. I got it from my Gurudev. Prema is the gasoline here. Replying to Shama Sundari. And you act like an ecstatic devotee is clear. You prove that they are blind. Every time I see a blue color, I smell Krishna. Right.
Now the sound is not good again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, maybe because you put your head on the side.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I need to turn the microphone a little bit there. Let me see what it does. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Boy, look at all these comments. Oh, my God. They go on and on and on. I laughed out loud. We are so purified. We don't even know what a dirty fool. Can I be a simple postwoman of Krishna? I promise I will deliver his message to the whole universe. Maybe. I think you couldn't have that position. Okay, so what do you say we take a little break here? We give him a little compassion on the voice. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, Lalita? Anything?
Yeah, though actually we get the chance over and over and over again to go back to Godhead, to realize ourselves again, um, and to go into that deep relationship and to go back to that place where we belong, where we were happy once. We can go back, but you can't go on your own. You really need that substance. You really need the guidance. You need to hear the word that purifies you, that makes your desire bigger. You need to have all those experiences here on earth to know what's waiting for you when you leave the body, but you have the experiences here already. That's the powerful thing, so that you can preach about it, because otherwise you read about it and what does it. So Lord Chaitanya came to bring that substance, and it is so sad that it they did not keep on delivering it. But yeah, we get the chance again. You came to the world to relish the melons of devotion. You came to deliver that prem, and here we are. We follow a real path. The guidance of Freddy is all I need. I don't think so, Anke. I don't think so, Rade. Here we go again. Here we go again. See? The guidance of Srila Gaura Haridas is all you need. Because I'm so sorry to tell you that, but Freddy is not an ecstatic devotee. And Fredo is a friend of Johan. And Freddy associates with Johan. You can be so blind, Radhe. We tell you that every day. That's it. We say this every day. It is about Guru. Don't you write it in my? I love Guru and Freddy. See, it's so unadult, such child, so childish. I was just joking. No, you were not joking. Your jokes are always stinky. I would not hear you, Guru Maharaj.
Look, and Lalita looks now because she's been purified. She sees, when she sees, oh, Freddie's my guru and so is Gohari, that shows you have some faith in a disciple who's still, growing, and your guru is your guru, I mean, you wouldn't hear Lalita say, my guru is this, this is,
And it is always provocating, like Pani says, her jokes are subtle provocation at times. Mostly.
Yeah.
I see that, and Shama also sees that immediately.
Yeah. So Radhe, see, the thing is, you don't know the value of guru. To be clear and honest, Freddie can't deliver you yet. He's not matured. He's just growing, and he's learning. But your guru can. And I've been teaching this. You got to learn the difference of the different levels of devotees. You got to see the ones who are still neophyte positions, and a little maybe more than neophyte, and some that have actual deep love of Krishna awakening, stuff like that. I mean, Freddie's doing good. I mean, he gets intoxicated here and all that. That's fantastic. But, you don't want to, that's kind of a slight against your guru when you say, well, Freddie and my guru, it's like you're saying they're on the same level. Not.
Yes.
That means you don't know your guru yet. You don't know. That's kind of neophyte.
You listen every day. Very recently, Radhe, not for 6 years. You, oh my God.
Yeah.
You always, how many times did you say in class, Freddie is my second husband, Freddie is my guru? So many times. And now you say, all I need is the guidance of Freddie. No, you don't need the guidance of Freddie. That's the old teaching. That's the old teaching that you will get there.
Yeah, you see, when you have a real guru, that's when you'll see that's all you need, the teaching that comes, because that's empowered and that is so powerful. And then of course, you'll hear from Lalita, like devotees Shamasundar hears from Lalita, and it's beautiful and it's powerful too. And you can see people that have a very deep awakened devotion. It's just naturally empowered. That's why I praise Lalita's bhakti and stuff. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. You know, she has, I mean, I'm living with her here. You know, I see how she acts, and she gives her guru such respect naturally. I mean, it's not like, you know, a Johann or Christina, you know how they would give their thinking? Oh, go, all right. You know, I'm ecstatic now. Why doesn't Lalita? She gives her guru respect, just like Krishna, even though she has so much ecstasy. You know, this is a symptom of having the real deep mercy of the Lord. Otherwise, you cannot act like that. You'll act like a Johann, you know, or Christina, filled with impurities there, you know, impure mind, impure consciousness. See, and that comes out of, that's the Kalya serpent, is that word of that contamination preaching of the Vedas comes through you. See, like she does, she speculates on all these things, doesn't understand properly. You got to act properly, you know, to show that you are. So you got to follow the examples, and you do, and it's wonderful. Replying to somebody to me, let's see, doesn't look like, let's see, I listened, let's see. Stupid competition, and it's a lie. Saw in the class, the first time I saw you arriving with much blah, blah, blah. Replying to, how do you know?
She wants to say that she listens much stronger to you than to me. Now she goes into that competition. I don't want to continue this conversation with that woman, really.
Yeah.
It's no use.
Well, that's how you get the mercy. Sometimes devotees, if you don't please them, you know, by your behavior, when it's not correct. Correct means, you know, it's like conclusive. Like, you know, if you said, yeah, my Guru Dev, Go Hari Das, I get really good. Now that's conclusive. Yeah, I mean, you could say, oh yeah, Freddie helps me, you know, he does this, and you know, it's fine. But don't compare them on the same level, because that's Mayavadi stuff. That's that hypocrisy.
I never had help from Freddie, and look where I am.
Yeah, I mean, you got
I
to
never
see.
had help from anybody. I only had my guru, and that was more than enough for me.
Yeah, that's a teaching. And then, of course, you get help from devotees, you know. I mean, you know, you can talk to them. Freddie is a nice friend to people. I mean, a lot of people call him. He talks to people. It's beautiful, you know. Yeah. Yeah, gives good advice often, you know. I also give good advice. You know.
You don't do anything else.
Give up association with these people. You get the message. Don't even give them up. Otherwise, you know, show them the example that, you know, show God the example that you're really committed, you know, and you Freddie helped me a lot of times. Yeah, you're giving eternal life. Yeah, you give perfect advice. Okay, my friends, thank you very much, and have a nice afternoon. And we'll be back. And Lalita might give a little class later. She's been fighting off the bugs today.
Maybe we should eat first. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you want to give class now? You feel? We can eat, but while you're eating.
No, I will give class.
Afterwards. Yeah, everybody needs to take a break. I mean, we're already at it like almost 2 hours now.
You don't have to. Oh no, you don't have to watch my class. You know, Anke de Fracteur. If you continue like that, I will even block you again because.
What is she saying?
Oh no, you said that Larita would give class, and she said, "Oh no, the jokes are so funny all the time."
Okay, so we'll see you later. Haribo, everybody. Thank you very much.